That's what a MC say to mic check. Yes. That yes is too fucking high. Yes. That's perfect. Better. What is up, world? How is it going? Internet land, cyberspace. You are on the planet Earth. If you are on Earth, I don't know where you are. Maybe you are in space. Oh, what up? Gotta turn the tunes down. What's up, y'all? My name is Crypto Bruh, aka More World Peace, the DJ / producer. I make beats. I make all the songs you hear on the channel. Those are all mine. Those are historic. They're only for my use. Sometimes some other people can use them because, like, I told them in the past they could use them, so they could always bring that shit up. That yo, bro, you said I can use this. So some of the content, yes, I have said in the past you can use it, and I'm not against it because I'm glad that you still like it. So free use. If I told you you can use it, it's free use, bro. But if I never told you you can use it, do not use it because I will. I'll go 100% American on you. Music max loud. Yeah. I forgot to turn it down. I was vibing. As you can see, unsponsored, sponsored Puffco channel. As always. What up, though, Olga? What up, Tekken? What up, Crypto Neek? How the fuck am I lucky to get into Zen, to get some Zen early? I don't know, bro. You also said, man, you are a plant. You get too much good data. I'm the definition of latency. Fuck latency. Hate that shit. I hate it. So I will always strive to be first if I can, man. If I can be first, I'm trying to be first. There ain't no reason. What's Ricky Bobby saying? If you ain't first, you're last. That's a hard fact. And what we're seeing right now is the birth of a new crypto, Zen crypto. That's what we talk about here on this channel. Eventually, one day, somebody else will talk about this shit. They'll have their own philosophy on it. They'll be sampling ideology from what I'm saying today to basically get people to believe in them. They're going to be like, please believe me. I think Zen is going to do what it did in 2024. So God bless you, whoever you are. It's not going to be me. Shit. I ain't going to be the one in 2030. Like, please believe me. I'm going to be outie. I'm going to be like, yo, what are we doing? What are we building? What are we trying to build here? Space Center. All right, let's build a space center. Being a Zenian, you think above and beyond. Yo, let's go and build a compound in the middle of the Amazon and save that motherfucker. How about that? That might be kind of cool. That's how I'm feeling in Zen World. Zen World is getting to a point where just abstract thought is fun. And however you think it can play out, as long as you are playing the most fair scenario, it might play out as fair as possible. Because at least you got the fair. Everything fair has happened. That's the craziest part about Zen. And right now what Zen is doing, and today is Friday, April 26, 2024 for the stamp, and for those out there that are running the AI bots on the fucking channel. There you go. Your bot knows what time it is. I need to figure out a way to command a bot with my vocals. Like, that's what we need. We need like something where like, what's up, y'all? Where you have a full-blown AI, like a LLM, but like it's like we make a new concept of like what is real, you know, and like having some real principles. So like if somebody's coming at you with a bunch of data that they've hashed from the net, we need governance for that experience. So yeah, I'm saying the date. Now I got to start saying you can't use this shit. Because if I don't say that, then people could use it and be like, oh, well, you never said. It's like, damn, we really live in this world now. I'm going to have to bring the principles back to reality. Elon had tweeted that once. He tweeted, make crime or bring back crime. Yeah, bring back crime. Because, yeah, everyone's a criminal nowadays. The fuck is crime, dog? But, yeah, so Zen, on this amazing day, this Friday, the end of the week, the beginning of spring for real, man. Spring pumping like a pimple this week, all around America at least. I don't know what it's like in your side of the planet, but here in America, spring just started. Everything feels alive, and I'm glad that Zen is kind of reflecting that. I mean, I know that Zen is an American coin. It has a lot of grounding in other parts of the world, which makes it very special because it's like, wow, it's amazing to meet all these different people from around the planet. Like this is definitely a world currency. Everyone in the world can say Zen. They can speak it. They get translated. I mean, the Asian community itself is just like, it's amazing how they capture the flag. Like they are the ones fighting the most FUD. Like they had OK X FUD. Like Americans didn't have that FUD. We already knew that shit was shut the fuck up, you know. But if you in China, you were like, oh my god, they stole X1. So like, oh shit, my green screen's going away because it's the sunlight and this black hat probably. But yeah, so like watching the Asian community freak out about like OKX showed me like the language barriers. They're hard to, you know, give and deliver, but they get across and people understand them. You know what I'm saying? So not many cryptos out there as well that are very organized in the planet Earth. There's too many unorganized ideas. And again, Zen is very rooted in this one world idea. And I think it helps it have these types of experiences. So what we're experiencing right now is a full blown breakout, right? It's Friday. X1's around the corner. I had already told you guys, if you've been watching the channel, I didn't expect X1 until late May, early June. I started to kind of feel this energy when I noticed that mainnet, or when, because I'm in the validators, so I noticed mainnet is kind of far away for how much work we've done in X1. And as a validator, I'm having to swallow multiple different types of pills. One of those being not hitting numbers that people believe, or numbers that the team has said. Like it's technology, new technology is coming out while you're trying to release the new technology. So constantly adjusting and moving, or constantly sculpting moving parts is some of the most like, I don't know, I can't even really put it into words because it's very random. Like you don't know what's going to come out next because the competitor is quiet. Right? Like Jack Levin had this great idea and it took a second. He's been talking about it since 2017. So it took almost 7 years for him to get a following, to get behind the, you know, the notion of like, what if you could sell compute power, right? And that's really, I think, what's happening with X1 chain. If you're going to be building a blockchain centric dApp, you're going to want to have compute power. Last thing you want to be is on a network that has very bad compute power, and that's why your transactions are failing, because they just don't have the support. It's just, maybe it's the way it's set up, you know. That's what we all learned in the last 2 years, is that it is the way that it is set up. It starts at a consensus layer, and you need to build from there. And if you don't build your consensus before you build the chain, then the chain is going to be subjective to growth and expansion. And you can always say we could scale it, but that's bullshit. You need to scale from consensus. And that's where we are today. X1 chain is being built for the people, by the people, because we not only want a fairer experience. That's what brought all the like minds together. Everybody saying, yo, I'm down as well for a fairly launched crypto, Zen crypto, right? With no X1 chain. We were in the Zen with no X1. X1's just a bonus because we're all like-minded. So, you know, why not fuck up the blockchain too and make a better one, right? We fucking them all up. Why not make a better one with all of this stuff? And again, you have the data lord himself, Jack Levin, spearheading the network portion of the project, because I have no clue about that type of shit. And I mean, nobody does, right? What the fuck? We're in crypto for the gains. Did no one get into crypto for networking? That's like the next group of people that are about to show up when they come to buy buy in. Basically, they're going to be looking for like the best shit, and it's not going to be like 2017, 2020, right? It's going to be 2024 where you actually have to show that your shit is working, because Bitcoin works, Ethereum works, and Phantom works, Solana works, everything works, but does it really, right? And that's where we are today with the Zen world. Does it really work? We're getting ready to see if Solana really works. I mean, right now we're seeing if the Zen coin works itself. I mean, what the fuck? You got a whole bunch of experienced OGs starting over with the Zen coin, trying to see if this can work now. It's like, yo, can this shit work? Can you just have a fairly launched coin that people mine for free, basically? Sometimes it's free. Like right now, it's kind of free. Last night, it was really free. It was 5 Gwei free. FREE. I got a mint in. Maybe we get 5 again. And this is what's happening. Every time it goes lower, everybody's like, hold up. Let me make a mint. So all the Zenians are at the bottom of gas. We are probably the last people left on Ethereum. I don't know where everybody went. that Sinatra gift where he's like, where everybody go? Everybody left because they said there's no ETF. Damn. What up, Tree City West? What up, Shaka? It's not luck. You didn't just listen to the mission. You heard the mission. Yo, thanks, Brody. That's facts. I heard it. Here I am, rocking like a Zenian. I don't know. No, I'm not a Zenian. I mean, I am a Zenian, but we are all Zenians, not just one. CB's in, yo. Look at this recovery from yesterday. I didn't even talk about it. See, I want to talk about Solana Zen, but dude, there's so much good Zen going on. There's so much good Zen. But yeah, so real quick update on the Solana Zen, because I know a lot of people are probably curious about what's going on in that. And this just came in this morning, so I was snoozing, I was sleeping. I don't give a, I don't care. But we all know that Jack said something, and now he has to follow through. So he said, let's do Solana Zen like 2 weeks ago, right? And this is kind of like, he's been talking about this shit for a minute. He's been talking about Solana. And if you don't know this, the like real background here, Jack Levin runs a Solana node. So, but when we were thinking, or basically because the people kept saying there should be a better blockchain that doesn't get canceled every time a Zen launch happens, because how can you have mass adoption if you can't even handle a Zen mint, right? So that's an ongoing conversation within these groups of people, aka Zenians, that want to go out and find the best chain to spam. They want to find the spam chain. I don't know why. I'm one of them. Where's the spam at? That's the crazy thing too. A lot of Zenians are into Bitcoin, and they are. A lot of them got runes now. They spamming the shit out of Bitcoin. So I'm glad that Jack understands. Like, he said something that is gonna bring users to Solana, and he's approaching it a little different than he did Zen on EVM. So Solana is not an EVM, right? Solana is a blockchain. It's a little bit different than the like Solidity concept. The actual language on Solana is Rust. It's not Solidity. So they have Solidity compilers. Like, you can write in Solidity and then like use these remix things. Think of it like that. Like, it's like a remix script that remixes it so it can be published on Solana, those smart contracts, right? So essentially, just republishing Zen on Solana isn't necessarily ideal, really. I mean, it is, but it's not when you now that we got the juice. Now it's not. It's like, yeah, this is way juicier. You can really sit side by side with Solana, or you can come and just stop their chain. And that's the approach of Soul Zen. It's not going to Solana to crush and stop it on a consensus level. It's more of an approach about how they've structured their communication amongst their nodes. So this particular token in the Zen world is created inside of the Solana node. And what it does, you see here, it says, he said yesterday night, I wrote this SHA-3 miner for Solana. It issues tokens when number 420 is found. So yesterday, this is what he published in our little validator chat. So essentially, you have the hasher, which is the miner, and it's hashing using a SHA-3 like algorithm. You can do your algorithm research. There's all types of fucking crypto algorithms out there. You know what I mean? Like when I had learned about XENblocks and the Argon 2, I had to go down the same rabbit hole and learn about hashing scripts because I wanted to understand really, like, am I wasting time with this shit or is it epic? And the approach of XENblocks is very epic and novel when you put it into just like how it's about to get dropped into the X1 nodes, and now the X1 nodes facilitate the XENblock hashing. Like, that's crazy, because that was what everyone was worried about, was like, yo, is XENblocks gonna forever be a centralized RPC, or is it gonna be built into the network? And sure enough, just like a fucking graphics card, plugged it right into the X1 node, like, oh yeah, this is easy, we can have the proof of work live in the X1 nodes that decide to add a GPU. So eventually that will be like the standard. Like, you'd want to have a nice GPU inside of your crypto node so you can also provide that tiny bit of, you know, support to the overall network with the GPU power. So we're growing very massively in this X1 experience, and now Sol Zen is essentially going to be a small hybrid of all of those ideas. It's going to sample a miner just like XENblocks, which is Argon 2, and then it's going to hash an algorithm that finds 420, or it has a hash algorithm that is looking for 420 inside of the Solana node. So it's using the power from the Solana nodes to power this hashing algorithm, and it hashes every time there's a block. So it's pretty fascinating, and it's very different. And basically, if you're not into this shit, don't worry. It's not designed for you. Fair Crypto does this, like, where there's a very complex situation, and then they meme it. One of those is VMPX. So VMPX showed that, like, Bitcoin can't be scaled for BRC20s. Like, when it came out, it was the first red block of inscriptions. So, like, the actual day, that the first day ever where Bitcoin miners got more in fees than hashing blocks was because of VMPX. Like, that's on record now. Like, it stopped Binance transfers. It was going so crazy. And what did Fair Crypto do then? They took that experience, they repackaged it, and then they released VMPX with the same parameters on top of Ethereum to give people the same experience as the VRC20 launch. And I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty intriguing. Very simple shit, right? But now it's like, wow, that was a smart way of, like, highlighting a process of creation of fair, you know, cryptography, bruh. Like, it's crazy. So essentially the same thing is happening with XENblocks. So instead of approaching Sol with the regular, like, you throw your Zen or you throw your native coin at a smart contract, you know, and that's probably going to fail. So that's a horrible way of doing it. Right. And so instead of going and throwing native at a smart contract, you actually pledge it towards a mining pool that mines Sol Zen. And every time your miner mines a 420, you get a Sol Zen coin on Solana that you can trade, and then you mine an XEN block reward. So that shit is hard. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But if you join the validator group, there's a really good breakdown that it's weed that Jack threw in to kind of, like, explain that this is something that you normally wouldn't do something like this, because it makes no sense for Solana. Like, it makes no sense. But what it does is it kind of shows that, like, since Solana has a flat rate fee, we're going to be able to just kind of join their mining pool, or like we're just going to be able to mine shit with their nodes. And yeah, it's going to add a little bit more congestion, and I don't really know like where this goes, but I think it's going to be funny. Like I think it's a good approach. Like I had asked Zensu, because he was in here chatting too. My whole thing was like how does this get stopped? Like if we were mining and then all of a sudden they were like, nah, you can't do it anymore, or something like that, like Solana would essentially have to fork this out and create a brand new Solana, because it's just like I mean, it's just using the processing power from the nodes. So there's nothing wrong with it, because we're doing it in X1 chain. In X1, we figured out how to use this to our advantage, I guess. But in Solana, it could potentially show a weakness. And it could maybe not. Like, it'd be on them, though, to, like, adjust their fees. Because somebody had said that. They were like, if Solana, or like, couldn't somebody just do this to X1 chain? That was like something what somebody said. Somebody was like, if Sol Team rewrites Sol Zen code into Solidity and deploys it on our X1, can we handle it smoothly? And then somebody was like, they were like, our gas is dynamic, which it is. This is like what it's all about. It's about how they have a flat rate fee and how they need to have fluctuating gas. This is like a war amongst the economics of how a chain works. So it's pretty fun to witness this and be in it live time against, like, it's pretty much, it's real Titan shit. Like, if you and Titan X, that's cool. But have you seen two Titans go head to head? Literally the CEO of Solana versus Jack Levin right now. And really what it is it's proving that they need dynamic fees, and that every blockchain is subjective to this, and the answer is not, what Solana's offering. I don't have to go into it. You can go and dive in into what they're offering. But long story short, they're offering a high form of transactions per second, but it's not true, because they're building in votes to vote to add to their TPS. So when you take away all the cloud from Solana, it's a pretty whatever chain. And that's what Jack is trying to do for Solana. He's actually trying to help them, similar to how he was trying to help Richard Hart, like, release post chain, because bro, like, it doesn't matter how long you hold on to it, like, you got what you got, like, so just release it. And he put the fire under his ass until he did it, and then he did it. So I'm seeing in my opinion, it's the same flex, but now on the Solana development team. And are they willing to take that responsibility on, or are they fully cornered by X1 chain and now they're just going to be Solana? I think they're just going to be Solana. There's nothing wrong with that. It just is, this billboard is going to be so good for X1 chain that I guess I'm a little biased. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? This is crazy. But there we go. TPS. Highest TPS. The answer is CB Zen. What up, Web3 tribe? The answer is CB Zen. Hint: roll over your gains from XENblocks. Do not feel too much. Not to feel too much like a JIT. Works for me, although I missed those airdrops. Now, XEN is probably one of the best things to get right now in all of crypto market. In all of crypto. Like, in crypto right now, if you're not trying to get into the top 100 of XENblocks, I don't know what the fuck you're doing with your time. Like, what the fuck are you doing with your time? Like, you can go and spend as much time as you want in the reality, and this thing is just mining on its own. Again, what's crazy about the XENblocks theory now is that when it's dropped into Solana, Solana can't handle it. I already know they're not going to be able to handle it. Everyone's going to try to mine the soul. And what I'm trying to figure out, which we don't know yet, now that we have the code, the questions that need to arise are difficulty. What does difficulty look like now that we know it's going to be a bunch of people sending Solana to a script that's activated to start hashing, 420. And the question is like, what does it look like? What, if I come with $1,000, how much do I get to brute force compared to the person coming with $10? Is there a timer? You feel me? Like how are we doing this? And that's what I've been asking. Like, is there a happening? So one thing I'm curious about now that I understand, it's literally the XENblocks emulated inside of a Solana node. So it's almost like if Solana decided to do proof of work, even though they don't give a fuck about that shit. Like, whatever, man. The Sol is the first proof of work, proof of stake coin in Solana. Sol Zen, when it's real. It's already been tested. So the question is now is like, what does the brute force look like? So again, this has already been tested. This is live. If you join the validator group, which you can find on my X account. But yeah, this has been tested. And we're just waiting to see what's next. I like how he brought it in though. Somebody was like, anything exciting happening in Silicon Valley? Anything exciting happened in Silicon Valley? And then he was like, tomorrow. So I guess actually he's gonna be in Silicon Valley today. Or I don't know. That was today at 12. So maybe tomorrow is today. I don't fucking know. But then out of nowhere, he just drops this gas. So again, I keep thinking the technology being built in the Zen world is way more important than, like, no offense, Tomo, like what's going on in Silicon Valley. Like whatever's going on in the financial part of Zen crypto, like it's just going to happen. Like that part I'm not really worried about. But the innovation of how we keep putting a spin on it is changing everything in crypto for me, right? And that's why, like, this makes so much sense to me. I understand now, like, you cannot turn Sol Zen off without forking it out of Solana. But then it brings so much attention to X1 chain if they do it. Like, that would be the ultimate fork out. Like, damn, they really forked Sol Zen out because it was disrupting the chain way too much or something, like there's a lot of different things that can happen. But yeah, it just all depends on how many people decide to show up and hit the chain at the same time, and if they care to do it. So if Zen has no firepower or a lot of people don't show up, it could just be a flop. But if a lot of people do show up, or people come with capital because the tokenomics, again, the coin is going to live on Solana. So it's a Solana coin. It's not like it's just going to be a Zen coin. The benefits of you making it as a Zenian is that you get XEN block rewards. So like if you're a Zenian and you're like, oh, I just want to participate in this Sol Zen idea. I just want to participate, just for fun. You're going to get XN rewards sent to your Ethereum address. So you'll have your Sol address that you'll sign in with, but then you'll attach your Ethereum address, and every time it finds a Sol Zen coin, it's going to airdrop you, boop, boop, an XN coin on X1 chain. And then on Solana chain, it's going to drop you, boop, a Sol Zen coin. So that's why I think it's really, really cool. Actually, brand new shit. Brand new. I mean, we doing it in XENblocks already. Because again, in XENblocks, everything is merge mining using Argon 2. And you make regular blocks, Zuni blocks, and super blocks. You see what I mean? Jack is trying to educate everybody again, and he's just doing it now in the form of Sol Zen. And you're just late. You're just like, yo, fuck, you should have been doing this on XNM, because now everybody's going to find out about it. Whatever. But yeah, you're multi-mining different coins, and the one script is hashing 3 different coins. So essentially, each one shares the same power. And they're all looking for different types of parameter sets in the algorithm. Super block is looking for 65 characters. Regular blocks are looking for Zen 11. And Zuni blocks look for Zuni 11 I think it's like Zuni 11 at the top of the hour. So every 10 minutes at the top of the hour, you can get Zuni blocks. So yeah, we've been doing this merge mining thing. And again, what I'm trying to get at is all of these coins live on X1 chain. So the ledger for the hashing algorithm is always part of X1 chain, because the difficulty is also tied in to X1 chain. And this is, again, the security layer of X1 chain. So yes, it lives in that motherfucker. It's a mind-blowing phenomenon. I really believe in crypto, because yeah, you have a proof of work algorithm that lives inside of a proof of stake system, and the proof of stake system validates the proof of work algorithm to make sure, and that cross pollination creates a coin that can have security based on the layer. I mean, it's super simple shit. So the Solana Zen coin is a sample coin of XEN, or of all of these blocks. And what Zensu was saying was that there would be like 400 million, I guess, because they're gonna do an AMP. So like unlike ETH Zen, where the AMP is based on days, this one would be based on blocks. So they were like, or maybe it's days. Yeah, never mind. Excuse me. The AMP is still on days. My bad. Let me run that back. The AMP is still on days, because that's what he was saying. I asked the question if since it's like XENblocks, is there going to be a halvening on XN block rewards, and like Solana Zen itself? Like, is it going to have a whole year and then it cuts in half, you know, or is it just going to stop mining? And I guess that's what they're saying is after 300 days. So he was saying here, not much has been decided on how much XNU would get. We're thinking a 300-day AMP at the start, reducing every 100,000 blocks, since there's no concept of time. So this is still in the kitchen part. They're cooking the tokenomics of how long it should even exist, right? And again, it's not to kill Solana. It's just to introduce a new idea, and also to maybe ruffle the feathers of people who've been really thinking that Solana is the end game. Like, nah, bro, I'm sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Solana might not be the end game. Yeah, so like that's what it's saying here. 400 millisecond blocks, so that's 216 blocks per day. 216,000 blocks a day. I think that's what that means. Yeah, this shit is kind of crazy how real crypto just works on time of day, bro. Like, this is a fun part of the research right now. Being so live, getting information. Like, you understand that like a very successful crypto project is built on the concept of the sun goes up and then the sun goes down. Like, however much time humans have created, that's how much time we're working with. Hard math. So yeah, it's going to be a different dynamic, but the best part about it again is that there's going to be a Solana Zen coin on Sol for trading that can have its own life, and it's fairly launched, and it'll be the fairest launched coin on Sol ever, in my opinion. I don't know if there's not another coin out there like this, right? Even Zensu was saying, like, I was like, so if the block stopped blocking, I email Solana support team. And then Zensu's like, they could be cock blocked by hash heads. So we're going to see if they're going to cock block our blocks. Be like, nah. You guys can't do that. You guys got to stop doing that. We're going to slap them with the spatula. With spatula. But yeah, man, it's looking really good for the whole overall ecosystem with that like little bit of update of how Solana Zen will work versus when it's going to come out. Like, when it comes out, you know. Again, I think we have a good runway. We shouldn't try to expect X1 chain until the beginning of June. Like, if it's not here in June, then we should be worried. Right? Because look at this. This is why I was able to make this speculation of where I think X1 is going to come out. Because when we were having this sell-off here that just happened, right? We're in April. Hello. All of the selling. Look, that's that type of selling is what you don't want to see. Consecutive. But you also do want to see consecutive day. We're looking at the 4 hours, so we'll go to the daily so you can see what I mean. But when we hit this floor here, it was like this. It was like falling off. It was like a waterfall. Like, whoo. Whenever you get things like that, that was people selling their minted Zen. And what's crazy is that when they did this, we went sideways, right? So I wanted Zen to go crazy with it, but it had a very subtle sell-off and then ended up going sideways, and now it's retracing all of the sold Zen. And what's wild is the market makers made this market the way it is. Like, they got you. For those that were selling right here and now they had to buy back their Zen, I'm so sorry you got. But yeah, they did that one last time. The Jack Plebin account, the other Mev bots, that was the whole game. They shorted it all the way down. It caught a floor because people stopped selling, of course. Because we were already done selling, but there was so much cheap Zen that it needed to balance out the cheap Zen. Ooh, we're back to 5. The cheap Zen versus the actual supply. And yeah, there's not a lot of people mining because this is the lowest point of mine. April 8th was the highest day of mining. So there hasn't been any fucking extra inflation, bro. So Zen is on the cook. It's cooking out of here, in my opinion. This was it. If you didn't get anything down here, if you didn't mint anything down here, I feel sorry for you. You're gonna have to probably buy this shit. I mean, let me take these science lines off. I mean, just look at this thing. What the fuck do you think is about to happen? Like, this is on Ethereum, right? This is not on Solana. This is still on ETH. Every single Zen is getting ready to have something happen to it. It doesn't matter what chain you're on. All of them are cooking. Because here, I'll show you on CB Zen. CB Zen exposed a lot of clarity for me. Like, yeah, we are in the right spot right now. Like, you cannot try to go against this. Going against this right now is the dumbest thing you can do. All right, whoever this human was, I mean, they're praying to God people follow them. I don't believe people will, because we haven't seen anybody pull a rug like that again. I've seen a couple accounts moving around, but it wouldn't be beneficial. So I'll show you what I mean by this. So yesterday, somebody came through on CB Zen and decided to pull the rug. It actually happened in the middle of the night. We were all sleeping in America, and we woke up to this shit. So this account right here, for some reason, this account decided to buy 180 or 1.8 trillion CB Zen over the span of a month. At the top, too. Jesus. And then out of nowhere, they just decided to sell it all. Like, I don't know what their mannerisms were, but this is like something that you got to pay attention to. So like, most of the time you're in a project and people will do this. They'll buy that shit up. It won't be successful. And then they're going to go and dump it all, regardless to what's going on here. This human being took a crazy loss. Like, they lost $2.2 thousand on this trade. Like, this trade cost them $3.5 thousand. They walked away with $1.2 thousand, bro. I don't know why they did this. Whatever. Maybe they have fucking money and they can do whatever they want, right? But what this shows is that anybody holding 1.8 trillion or above can only walk away from this pool with at most $1,000. So it literally locks in wells where they can't leave. And there's quite a bit of people with trillions of fucking CBs in. Right? So anybody that steps up to the plate and decides to dump, that shit just going to get bought up. And they're going to always walk away with less. You know, and you got to make it. And we know you can't make it. You cannot make it. So we'll see if this account's about to dump. They just pulled $1 trillion out. Oh, they just added it, then pulled it out. I don't know what they're up to. Sneaky, sneaky. But it's all good for me because, like, personally, I want to get a better position on CBZen. If you've been following the channel, then you know, like, for me personally, CBZen is one of the elite Zens. It's factored in Ethereum out of most of the other ones. The only other one in ETH is XenETH itself, or OPZen. OPZen is awesome. We like that one on the channel too. The only thing with it is until the burn shows up and until the amp dies, this is 100% a buy. Off and on, get the dips. It dips hard too because I don't know what's going on over here. Sometimes people show up and they just decide to sell. Like this account. Like what? Like, okay. You know, I guess they need the money, you know, or whatever. I personally don't think it's whatever. We got Frank White in the house. What's up, bruh? Damn. Man, my guy glitched out real quick. He said, I'm a glitch. Yo, liquidity on CBZen is low. Yeah, liquidity on CBZen in Ethereum is low. Right? There's only 3 ETH in this. There's quite a bit of oh, this is OPZen. Yeah, never mind. OPZen is high. This one's like 3K. Yeah, 2K. So you can't really go and dump anyways if you wanted to. And that's good for Zen. Like, that's so good for this. Like, every other meme coin, people can show up and rug the price. But in this one, if you rug, you just give everybody a discount. Like, even I went and bought some. I was like, shit, I got to buy this. What the fuck? Like, and then when I seen this happen earlier, last night, people are trying to start a market at CBZen. So again, if you've never followed a chart before, Zen charts are some of the best ones to start getting grounded in mannerisms and behaviors. Like the behaviors on CBZen resemble everything of a fucking meme coin before it takes off. Like everything about it is kind of cool. And that's kind of why, again, I was saying when I really started to get hip to this a couple months ago, or like a month ago, almost a couple months now because May's around the corner. But it was because it was fun, and I forgot how fun Zen could be. And when this one popped off and I did the research, right, you look at CBZen, when you do the research, and you know that there's no coins, like there's no liquid supply. So the only supply is those that are minting. And the thing about it is there's not a lot of people minting. It's been out now for 244 days. All the 200-day people are done. You're waiting for the 300 days and then the 400 days. Right, so it's in a lull right now. These past 44 days, ain't nobody making this shit. Look at it. Look at it. Ain't nobody making this shit. So, theoretically, the only people that can move the price are those with the coins. And the only way you can get out is DCA or set up a liquidity pool and pray to God that it takes off and people buy all the CBZen so you can get out. And that's, again, I think these are all good things because I'm not going to do that shit. Like, I'm not going to put up my CBZen so people can buy it all and I can be out. Like, no, I'm going to play the Monopoly game. Like, give me as much as I can. This is the only Zen I can probably have in abundance. Every other Zen is going to be too hard to have in abundance. Well, not every other Zen, but I chose the hardest ones. Like, originally, my abundance token was going to be Avalanche. And what I mean by this is, like, in Zen, ETH Zen gets 80% of the burn. So when X1 chain comes out and you're on Ethereum Zen, your ETH Zen is going to be 80% more than all the sub Zens. And that's simply because the gas on ETH Zen is higher than it is on the rest of the chains. So if you want a bunch of Zen in abundance, then you want to go to a sub chain because ETH Zen is it's designed to be expensive. Like it has a crazy difficulty in it. The difficulty in Zen is bizarre, and that's why Jack Levin coming from the classic times, because in new crypto times, don't nobody think about how difficult it should be to get it. Like everything's a fucking airdrop. Difficulty in this new future is, did you have the fucking XYZ before the drop? Like, what kind of difficulty is that? Really? Like, that's that trust fund difficulty. Let me sip some water. Damn, man. Somebody mute Frank. Who the fuck is Frank? I gave you. Oh, I'll do it. This motherfucker blowing it up. I had to put you in timeout, Frank. We're going to do it for 30 minutes. We'll probably still be here. You can come back, though. I need the wrenches to hold it down. It might get cracking in here now. Zen's getting ready to go up. You've been around long enough to get a wrench. You know what? I'm going to wrench some more people. We're going to give Dank a wrench. I'm going to give Tekken a wrench. So I always see you. Because you the homie. It's just going to be a whole chat full of moderators. It's reverse. It's the upside down on my YouTube channel. Some people go and like spend money on memberships to change their color. Here, I'm just going to throw wrenches. That's what I'm going to do. If I see you long enough. What up, Apestronaut? What it do? That base gas, though. Is it high right now? I haven't had my Xenify up. I mean, my Xenify. Oops. My Zenmon. But yeah, no, base. When you do the research on base, again, like denominated in ETH is easy win for me. I'm also looking at DB Zen on base. Like I'm building camp on base right now. Like I'm setting up tents and shit. I'm like, yo, where we at with it? What's going on? You know, and that's why Solana, I'm gonna do the same thing. When Sol Zen comes out, I am going to pitch a tent on Solana for as long as I can, powered by Sol Zen. Right? You kind of my camp. It's powered by Sol Zen, bro. A different approach to Solana. Most people build into the congestion. We going around that. We going into the node. We going directly to the source. That's what you do in Sol Zen. You go straight to the CPU, mind you. You going. We're going into the Solana PU. You know, the Solana processing unit, and we're gonna get up in there. We're gonna be looking for some 420. You know what I'm saying? And when we find those 420s, best believe we're gonna get high off of our Sol. Zen is gonna go higher than they've ever seen on Sol. Everything's gonna be high. Everything. The whole fucking Sol stoned out. I'm hyped. Can't wait. And I hope you guys are there to participate. But yeah, I'm pitching camp over there. And then of course base. And yeah, that's why, again, I can't believe I did it on Avalanche. I took a lot of insider influence on the Avalanche pick last year. And I kind of I actually blame myself. You were probably there. If you were in that Twitter space when I blew up on Block 6 and what was his name? I forgot his name already. Sirius? Is that his name, Sirius? Yeah, when I blew up on those two and I was like, why did y'all tell me about Avalanche? That was me taking ownership. I was like, fuck, I really listened to these motherfuckers. Now I'm over here with this expensive ass coin on this expensive ass chain. So far away from home. But we back. Yeah, Sol base is expensive. Jesus Christ. That's expensive, Mr. Grinch. Again, like if you want to do a thorough vibe on your Zen minting, use Zenmon estimation calculator. This is how you estimate your Zen on all networks. I want mint Cuckoo on base when it launched. Yeah, okay. So Astronaut, you're that's what I mean. You're ahead of the pack. The thing about base that I've realized is that, again, there's so much supply on the decks because people got in early, but it actually is seeing a ceiling of how much earliness is available. And that's like, this is a look into the future. When earliness becomes unavailable, it's going to crack off. That's what happened right here. I came in and a bunch of other people came in and said, whoa, y'all ain't got no supply over here. And we pumped this motherfucker. Some people got to sell 1,000% of whatever they minted it for 15 cents and they're like selling it for like way more. And it stayed like that for a while until finally it started to sell off. And this is part of the fair launch. You lose momentum if it doesn't take off. I'm expecting the same thing that happened in Zen. I'm just kind of expecting the same thing that happened in Zen, like a giant, you know, and then people are going to be buying it and people are going to be selling it, and the buys and sells will find a rhythm until finally sellers take advantage of the buyers, and then the same thing will happen. The cycle will find a bottom. A seller will oversell to the buyers because it is a buyer's market, right? And we all know it. And then the cycle continues. So that's why in CBZen, I think it's one of the most underrated Zen coins, because again, it's attached to Ethereum. Every time you sell this bitch, it goes into ETH, and you can bring that back to Ethereum. Like, it doesn't stay any more open source than that. Like, if you're like an open source warrior, I don't know why you're not champion Base. Fuck Coinbase, but Base as a chain, you know what I'm saying? Like, put on a different avatar and just go fuck around over there. It's worth it. Hey, bro, how do you buy up ETH Zen? I didn't buy it shit. Dude, I'm a miner. I mint Zen. The only Zen I buy is subchain Zen. Because you gotta impress me for me to buy your Zen, bro. Either your community has to impress me, or the tokenomics of your chain have to impress me. And that's why, again, I think I'm not attracted to some of the other Zens, because the tokenomics of the chain suck. Like, I don't care about Matic. I don't care about Phantom. I don't care about Binance. I could care less now about this stupid Avalanche and so on. But I vibe with Ethereum. So these ETH layer 2s, these are actually bingos. You know what I'm saying? That's bingo. Like, oh, those go hand in hand with the real Zen. Because I mean, not to say nothing else is real, but again, it's just a different version of Zen on that chain in that native. Similar to Sol Zen. Sol Zen is just XENblocks on Sol. It's XENblocks in the form of Sol. But now if you've been a Zenian and you haven't mined XENblocks, your first interaction with this XENblock shit is going to be Sol Zen. I can't believe that shit. My mind is still fucked up. Like, how did you interact with Sol Zen before XENblocks? But I guess that's just going to be some people's fucking story. Not mine, though. Not mine. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. Mind blown. My mind is blown on that one. I would have never thought to do it. But now I'm always going to keep that in my back pocket. Every time something new shines, I'm just gonna be like, oh, what is this a remix of? Like, what are we reinventing in front of their eyes that they don't even know is a reinvention? You know, and we could say it too, like, this is XENblocks. It's like XENblocks, but since XENblocks isn't real to people, you know, it won't be real until Sol Zen. Then they'll be like, oh, Sol Zen works like XENblocks. And then they're like, wait, but XENblocks is its own, like, security economical token with its own fucking market cap attached to another blockchain that has its own market cap attached to another blockchain that has its own fucking market cap with 12 different chains below it. Fucking crazy, man. Sol is my home Zen. Oh yeah, so Apestronaut, you're the target audience for Sol Zen, because it's really just gonna teach you about how the blockchain works. For no one with Sol, you're gonna be the one that's like really learning why you want to go to Solana to use Sol Zen, since now it's not gonna be like Ethereum Zen, since it's more like a XENblocks. You're the, like, if you're on that end, you have no Solana and you need to buy Solana to play the game, I would recommend learning XENblocks so you're ahead of the curve on how the mannerisms of all of this shit's probably going to work. I think they're going to take Woody's script. Actually, I think I have that in my bio maybe. But I'm pretty sure it's going to work like this. Like, they're going to build a terminal emulator, and then you're going to be dropping, or it's going to just like load like this. Here, I'll show you. Because this is what we do for RunPod. So like on RunPod, this is it's the fastest one to build. You just hit deploy. You're just gonna build some shit. Here, we're gonna get some GPU power. But I'm gonna go for the community cloud because that's the cheapest one. Let me see, how many of these can I get? I can get 9. It says low. Can I get 12? Well, I can get 12. How much is 12? $2 an hour. I'll get 10. We'll buy these on demand. So you won't be doing this, but essentially they're going to automate this process. Like what I'm doing right now is going to be an automation for a Solana user to mine Zen. Like it's going to automate this whole process because we've already automated it. There's just steps to automation, which is like bringing it to the customer, or like, you know, actually launching it. Like you could have all these fun things, but to actually launch the project is like a whole different thing. And that's kind of where XENblocks miner is right now. No one's actually launched a miner project on the miner itself. We're just all mining. You know, anyone can do it. I like what Tree City West is cooking up. So essentially, like how this just popped up, right? This is an emulator running the server for this GPU rack, right? So I went to RunPod and somebody's willing to give me 10 GPUs to just use, but the GPUs, they run on a software called Linux. Ubuntu, right? And then Ubuntu, it can be altered and shifted as much as you want. You just need other emulators, things to show graphics unit interfaces. So that's what this is. This is called a GUI, a graphics unit interface. So now that I can see what the fucking computer's running, the text is all that guides me to interact with the software. So they're building the script, the software to mine Zen on top of the nodes. And what you'll do is you'll probably connect to a website. This is what my theory is, or my thought would be, to make it simple. It would be wallet connect with like your Phantom wallet. And then when you start the miner, you would drop your EIP, your Ethereum address into the miner script, like such. So this is my ETH address. I would drop it in. I'd hit enter. Sorry, Woody. And then, yeah. So this is the Woody miner. I like the Woody miner because, again, it's one line. You drag, you drop it. It loads it. And then all you do is hit, you know, enter. And it starts hashing. So you see this hash speed and all this stuff right here. Like, this is what they're doing. This is how Soul Zen is going to be mining, bro. It's not going to mine like Ethereum Zen when you have like XeNFTs and shit. Like it's not going to have this interface, which is cool. This is all really cool because this is an EVM. So Soul doesn't really make any sense over here because Soul is not an EVM. So it doesn't have the same, Zen doesn't have the same effect like this on Soul when you really put it into perspective, right? Like this is gas dominant and Soul is a flat rate. So it would just be a bunch of people trying to sardine themselves inside of a subway like car rather than a ton of subway cars running into each other on a rail. That's what happens on Ethereum. Like so much information is coming and it just won't stop coming. And then people who will pay for enough fucking subway that can ram through everybody, they're going to come through too and knock you off the track for 5 hours. No, I'm just kidding. In Solana, that doesn't happen. It just cancels your transaction. You get front run by a bot. So essentially that's what XENblocks is trying to show, is that like, well, we'll just congest the CPU power. We're not congested, but we'll just utilize the back end. We'll use the actual CPU to make a coin with Solana. Like it's in Solana with Solana on their network, because it's just regular crypto that people don't do because it doesn't make any sense, right? Like it does. It's kind of like another thing that doesn't make any sense. I go back to like the colored coins in Bitcoin. So in case you don't know about those, like I've been talking about these on the channel. Colored coins are the original NFTs, the original real world assets on Bitcoin. The color coins is loosely to describe a class of methods for representing and managing real world assets on top of Bitcoin blockchain. But again, the colored coins was a phenomenon amongst community members, and Satoshi felt as if it wasn't important. He felt like this wasn't important. And it's true, it's just not important. Like, who gives a fuck about your fucking JPEG? You know? I mean, it might be nice, but who cares? Really, like, who cares, you know? And that's what makes it awesome when people care, because who cares? And I applaud Satoshi for doing this, because now we challenge the real world asset conversation. What is real, what is not, you know, in the crypto space. And that's what Solana Zen is getting ready to do. Like, Solana Zen is about to make Solana developers really think, like, is my blockchain real? Or is X1 really going to vamp all my users in one blow? You know, because they might not know about Solana Zen, but if everything really stops working because of Solana Zen, then what are you going to do at that point? You know, you've had all this time to make sure that it didn't murder your chain. Well, not murder your chain, but, you know, if you're on Solana, you want dynamic fees. You should want that. Like, you should want more money. Like, why are you running a validator if you don't want more money? Like, why don't you want the network to expand? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the future of cryptocurrency, is expandable networks that everybody can join if they have the thrill to experience this chaotic world called cryptocurrency. But if they like the thrill and they got the education and they can utilize the system to their advantage, then yeah, we should have networks that allow hobbyist style of adoption. I think mass adoption in a hobby form is way more aggressive than a literal form. Literal being like me as a DJ. Like, if I'm a hobby DJ, I'm gonna learn more than if I'm a literal DJ that goes and like learns about like how to do DJ taxes, right? Like, you want to be in the mix, like DJing with people in the crowd, so you can feel the crowd and create experiences based on crowds, rather than only knowing how to be the most booked DJ because you're the easiest to work with in the W9 setting. You feel me? So that's kind of where I'm at with real world assets on the blockchain right now. I think it's still a hobbyist feeling. Like, it needs to have culture invested into it so that the culture is directing the decentralization, rather than the VCs manifesting fake culture to hopefully, you know, push an agenda that they're looking to fund, right? And that's essentially why Solana is an easy target, in case you didn't know. It's such an easy target on the larger scale of things. If you're really into X1 chain, you're a Zenian, you believe, you see it, right? Again, 32, we've reached top TPS, right? Max record TPS right now. When you look at all the chains, everybody hit the same number. Why do you think this? Why do you think everything caps at 3.1? Well, we've done the test as well. In X1 chain, we're getting amazing numbers, and what they're discovering, the core developers, I would consider myself as like a street team developer. You know, how is the streets going to use the Zen coin, right? How's the community, how's the culture really going to be in the mix on a network level, if that's the plan? Like, is that even possible to really do it? Because no one's done it. Everyone has a quorum of controlled nodes, and it shows because they can't expand without their transactions going down. So as you expand your network, your transactions go down, or your transaction speeds go down. Usually a high TPS network doesn't have any nodes to provide extra chatter, and it doesn't have any extra like malware shit. So everyone can clock high numbers on a track, but not everyone can clock high numbers in a race. And that's the real-time TPS. So we'll see in the real-time transaction per second. This is, again, why Hedera was so easy to pump with the BlackRock FUD is just because there are users really believing in the real-world asset debate, which is based on transactions per second. So if you can really provide that experience, there is a clusterfuck group of people waiting to throw money at this shit. Look at this. This H-bar thing was fake. And now it's down 8%. Jesus, look at the 7 days here. Look at this. This thing went from 8 cents to 17 cents. It doubled. Quick double. And the news was fake. Right? And if you went and read the news, everybody was cheering for it because of the TPS. They're like, of course BlackRock chose Hedera. Did you see? They got the fastest blockchain on the planet Earth. Little did they know Hedera has no fucking plans of doing that shit, because that's the biggest problem to put on your shoulders. Like, nobody wants to do that for BlackRock. That's why it's great FUD. It was so easy. Like, look at these idiots. They actually think BlackRock wants to build on top of a blockchain. Like, look at these idiots. Whenever I see pumps like this, I just see the elite being like, look at these idiots. Right? I hope my homies took some profit, because they was looking at us like we was idiots. And again, this is a normal, easy thing that keeps happening. And what I'm ready to see is X1 fly to the top here, because we have it figured out. And I really do think they have it figured out, because again, it's Jack Levin. So the thing about the next step in X1 chain that they're working on is getting the new Phantom fork, right? We forked Phantom, but they've changed so many parameters inside of the actual blockchain to make it faster and faster and faster, that now they have like a super parameter set. But the like super parameter set in X1 chain, you need a high powered processor to even like see it happening. You need one of these. You need a Ryzen 7950. Right, so I mean, and you see here, not here. So you can see here, this processing chip costs around $600. So all X1 nodes essentially need to run this Ryzen chip in order for it to be like badass. Now you can have you don't need to have it, but what they're saying is that if you want to join the race and say, hey, I got the fastest fucking node, then this is the one that all the fast nodes will have, right? It's like a race. It's real race car shit. Like, every race car got the same tires, the same engine block, the same fucking air intake when it comes to we got to win this race. Now, when it's like, oh, we got a photo shoot, they might be showing you they sponsors, bruh. But when you got to win the race, it's fuck the hardware. We're going to bring it to skill, because we all got the same hardware. So that's like the next thing in X1 right now is multiplying the nodes that have this type of processing power to keep uptime, because we want to stay up on those transactions for as long as possible. And the more stability, the better. And I think this is actually something that's going to be interesting. Like, now right? Like, if you wanted to run a blockchain node before, you never knew what fucking processor you needed, because there wasn't no team out here like X1 chain trying to benchmark multiple fucking, like, this is what I've been seeing in the testnet, bro. They've been benchmarked Intel processors and said those are trash. They're like, if you have an Intel, that's all right, but it sucks. It's like they're like, it slows you down by this many threads or something crazy, right? I'm not really nerdy on the hardware side of computers, but being in X1 chain, I understand now why it can become like a mechanic type hobby love, where it's like, wow, like, bro, my computer is like the smartest thing on the block, like in real life. So there are some real big data heads in XENblocks right now, and in X1 validators, because again, the X1 validators only have validators because it's XENblocks. Like, if people didn't dibble dabble in XENblocks, they would have never been open to the access of X1 chain. Again, it was an easy experience because everybody moved from buying vast credits to buying Contabo credits, or inter-server credits. So the learning curve wasn't too hard to get 1,000 people. I think it was like 1,000 nodes, right? I mean, not probably, granted, take it with a grain of salt. Probably wasn't 1,000 people, but testnet got crazy with the nodes. Yeah, 1,078 before. Now they're not adding any more people here. I mean, you can still add a read-only node, but you can't add a block node because they're moving to AlphaNet. Like everyone. So I think this might be the part where I get caught stuck. Because either I get a node or I buy a dedicated server and I continue the journey, or I get a computer and I continue the journey, or I take my XEN and I keep my computer that I'm running the node on right now has 10 cores, but it's Intel, and it has 16 gigabytes of RAM. So it's a nice laptop, but it's more for like read only. So I could do like a read only node and then stake my XEN directly to my read only node and yield XENblock rewards to use X1 chain, or to stake, delegate to other people's nodes. The cycle continues once we get to the mainnet. But yeah, the real race outside of that would be like, do you want to buy a computer and do you want to become part of the hardware infrastructure? Because I honestly believe hardware infrastructure is where the real money is going to be in X1 chain. I mean, if you're in the XenBlocks chat, then you know what time it is. I've been saying this, but I think anybody who's very passionate about data centers, that's what this is looking, or that's who's being aimed to be attracted here. It's not like it's attracting gamers. It's attracting people who've been running server farms for the Web 2 world. Like, this is what X1 chain is trying to reel in. Like, if you've been running a server farm for XYZ, but you've been waiting for the moment when blockchain moves to server, like, this is it. Like, this X1 chain is the chain for you, right? Because now you know, like, all the specs you need, like what's the best everything. And then as the community continues to grow and as technology continues to grow, the race will continue, because every year it's like, yo, did you upgrade your hardware? Because like over in China, they're kicking our ass right now. We need to get our nodes up because they're getting all the blocks. Like, they're mining everything because they got all the fast processors. You know, it's going to be a whole different type of drama set. It won't just be he, she bullshit on X anymore. It'll be literally infrastructure land wars of like, yo, how do we get 40 of these best processors to mainland America? We need to get them over here. Like, what's going on? You know, like, I don't know who's going to spearhead that, but I'm down for the board meetings. You know, if we're, you know, whatever's going to happen there, it's going to happen there. What up, Bagley, crypto boy? I asked Jack to deploy it on Sol like a year ago. He said he was cooking. Yeah, he was cooking. He cooked some shit up for real. Hadnan. What up, Goonin? If you could throw your pocket money blind, it could happen. Hey, we throwing pocket money out here. What you mean? What you mean, man? Have you seen my Zen bag? God damn, Zen's at 4.5 now? Damn. Everybody's singing that R. Kelly shit right now. I wish. Man, stop making me smile. Somebody rug this right now. I need a rug. Can I get a rug? No, this shit got a rug as soon as possible. It's creating way too much hopium. Meanwhile, CB's OP Zen can't catch a break. People still want to hold this one down. Like, where are the Warriors at? Where are the OP Zen Warriors when this shit is going red, man? I'll be over here champion CB Zen. Then I see y'all come in the little comments like, oh, OP Zen. Y'all need to scream loud AF right now. Like, for OP Zen. As loud as possible. Damn, A-Zen trying to do something right now too. Oh, it's a Zenian weekend. The worst thing that can happen to someone who hates Zen is a lull when the Zenians come back. So again, this little week, this is one of the weakest ones. This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 direct down days. Now, last time we had that was right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this one, compared to this one, was more decision making, right? We had just fallen. Like, this is how they all work, right? That's why, again, I love following charts from the birth. If you are new to crypto, that's what you need to do. You need to find a chart and lock in on it, and then be real with yourself. Be real that shit's going down, or that shit's going up, or that you don't care what direction it goes. But yeah, we know that we don't care what direction that Zen goes, but we know that Zen has patterns to express direction, right? One of those is these, when it squeezes between moving averages, which is given away like, yeah, this should be squeezing. I think that was the last squeeze that was possible when it dumped here. Like, from here to here, this was all Jack Plebin. Like, I mean, all of this from here to here, whoever that Jack Plebin account is, like, they were able to finesse a bunch of Zen out of people's hands because of the way that the chart is set up. They have the most money. There's nobody going against them, and yada, 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 blah, 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 right? Like, we don't have any millionaires in Zen, bro. Like, if there was more millionaires fighting every day to make more $1 million, like, yeah, this would be a different market. Straight up, like, everybody here right now would be championing Zen just because they made buku bread off of it. But instead, it's finding its legs in crypto, which is a more healthy, for real, for everyone who doesn't have a lot of money that's looking to invest it into something. Like, this is the type of shit you should be looking for. The thing that the millionaires aren't fighting over yet. Like, the thing that the millionaires can't understand, but that guy with $50,000 does. That guy with $100K does. That's Zen right now, dude. Like, that dude with $100,000 on his way to his first million is kicking ass right now. Like, they kicking ass. They trading left and right. They don't give a fuck about the price. And they've squeezed it all the way to the end, dude. From last year to now, what a squeeze. Yeah, last year is when I had to swallow the hardest pill ever, which was like, oh, it takes 2 years for a project to mature. So I was naive to think Zen would go 10,000x right here. And that's why I changed my tune, and I became more in tuned with how Zen worked to give me the comfort to know that I'm working towards something, right? To let me know that this is not just a pump and dump. And I took that pill right here because the thing about Zen is it's fairly launched. So people have supply. They can come and dump it if they like. As they should. They made it. They should be able to dump it. And that's just it. It may take time for all of that supply to be released. And you know, in the past, we saw like this was weeks in the past, not 5 days like in this future. You know what I'm saying? This shit was weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks. Never forget this one. 9 weeks of straight selling, yo. Like, that's why I'm saying, yo, if you've been in Zen since here, you know everything about the network. And we're getting ready to, we've already recovered the bottom. The next is to recover this actual, so, you see what I'm saying? Like, 9 weeks of selling, we're recovering from that in August of last year. And when we get back to these levels, I do expect us to recover the shock sell-off. So this was when everybody stopped selling so that Zen can blow up while DB Zen came out. And then as soon as P.o.P came out, everyone sold their Zen and their DB Zen into P.o.P. Like, I watched all that happen. I'm still mad that I'm on the YouTube. But long story short, this area needs to be wiped out. So this is really what we're tackling. And that's why, again, I won't be surprised. I will not be surprised to see Zen. I mean, this is where I was trying to predict it. I don't know what happened to my line, but it was in, oh, never mind. My conservativeness is saying that next June, Zen is going to be solid at this yellow line. But by August, we should at least be at 5 zeros and a 2-1. Right? That's like my very conservative X1 concept But again, things can change really, really fast if a bunch of people realize like they're missing out and they've been 2 years late. Like, you can't stop that from happening. Like, you can't stop people from showing up saying like, oh my God, I'm so fucking late. Let me just inject like as much as I can right now before I'm super late. And that's what Jack was talking about in the very beginning of Zen. He was saying like if Zen was a product that people want to buy, then they'll just buy it, and VCs will show up and they'll just buy it. But like a lot of people focus on building projects that people want to buy that they never buy, right? So we want the reverse want, like the I gotta have this, you know, I need this, and now we're here. So I'm excited, man. I think this is all going well. You look at the RSI too on the weekly, and it's slowly creeping up on Zen. That's why the GOAT is Zen. Don't get it twisted. But the opportunity is in everything else Zen. Whether it's XENblocks, whether it's DB Zen. DB Zen has Q that's getting ready to roll out too. I gotta really dive in deep on that one. But DB Zen got some new shit coming out. They also have NXD that's coming out this weekend. NXD. Right now, I mean, at least for me. Oh shit, this shit is all over the place. How the hell? Yo, get rid of this RSI. Oh my gosh. My DXN chart is on crack. It's like below the moving averages. I do that. Oh wait, I think I see it. Oh wait, what's this? What the I don't messed up my shit. Whatever. Here we go. But yeah, so DXN, it's looking good. The thing about it, the reason why it's like tread with caution is because they got like their own FUD. Like they have they have FUDders in their own camp, but they have a lot of people who want DXN to be successful in a fair release. So that's healthy. They have a yin and yang inside of DXN that has nothing to do with Zen, and it blows my mind. Like, we are all Zenians, but like in this particular coin, and it could just be a land thing. That's why I'm still playing DB Zen. I'm not going to just release my coins. This could actually be like the people who want DB Zen because they want to own the most, so that when there's a lot of Zen attraction, they can attract a bunch of people to DB Zen to burn their Zen. And those people don't ever go to X1 chain, even though they're getting like airdrops. Like, maybe they ain't getting the real knowledge about like Zen, because they're being introduced to DXN. And I'm not hating. I'm just saying I see it already. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it amplified when it's even easier to confuse people about what's the real Zen, right? So I'm going to keep acquiring land in DXN because I don't want to get offset with those crazies. They're in there hard. Same with DB Zen on CB Zen. That's why I keep playing on CB Zen. Because yeah, this is a good one. You're getting free ETH over there, and the gas is really low, so people can burn a ton of Zen. And that's what I hope what happens. Like, I hope people show up with 100 billion Zen burns on DB Zen. That's what would set it off. So yeah, we're just waiting for that. Zen moves and micro investments of the market. What up, Dank? Drip, drip, drip. Just happened. 5 zeros and a 1 is a breaking downtrend is going into an uptrend. 5 zeros and a 1. Yeah, that's why I feel like I mean, Deutschland, that's you, bro. You're the German trader. I do think though that there's a trade happening here that is underneath our noses that they don't want anybody to see. But you're saying that this yellow line that I have here, this one right here, this dotted yellow line, you're saying that that is the confirmation of an uptrend. And I mean, that is true though, because that's where the bottom was last year for the pump into the sell-off, right? So again, that's what we're doing right now. We are buying back all of the sold Zen from the past year, because now we know for a fact new Zen coming to the market cannot affect the price too much. It gets gobbled up faster than it's gonna get sold, because again, you can only come with 3 billion so many different times. right? As the price goes up, 3 billion gets more and more expensive. So those with 3 billion, flushing them out, like it's gonna hurt flushing out 3 billion. Same with like 5 billion. That's why I'm not really selling my Zen right now at all. Like I have no way I'm selling my Zen, because how are you gonna flush me out right now? Like at the bottom, bro. At the bottom. Like I've been flushed out of so many projects at the bottom. There's no way I'm getting flushed out of this one. Yeah, you're gonna have to pry the Zen out of my hands. Because yeah, this 5, like when this thing goes to 5 zeros, think of it like that. When it loses a 0, because that's easy, it can lose 3 zeros and still be under a penny, which is fucking crazy to think about. Like Zen is tied in with X1 chain, which is a layer 1, which is gonna have $1 billion plus market cap. Everything has $1 billion plus. Hedera H bar, which pumped because it has a high TPS, which X1 already fucking obliterated, has a $3.9 billion market cap with over 50 billion coins. X1 only has 1 billion coins, bro. Like, are you kidding me? This shit is already 10 cents. Like, 10 cents, like, it's over when it's live. That's why I'm not even worried anymore. I'm just, like, very confused at the traders market. And I think that's what it is. There's a trade right under our noses. And since no one's talking about it because they're selling it instead of talking about it, right? That's what's going to probably happen. Like Zen's going to crack off and all these people are going to show up and they're going to say like they told their followers about Zen. And they, yeah, man, I told all my followers about Zen. I'm a real Zenian. Versus like my channel, like that's like I talk about Zen every single day. Well, mostly every day. I've slowed down a little bit because maybe not everybody deserves it every day. But I talk about Zen as much as I can, and show my face and give strategy, you know. But I don't have a ton of followers or views, and I don't hold anything against anyone because I don't give a fuck. Like I'm here for the blockchain, right? But it gives me a perception of like where my role is. Like my role in Zen crypto is not to stay at this like bottom feeder level that I think of when I think of YouTube. Like this is like YouTube right here, right? You feel me? Like this is YouTube. Like crypto news. Like what news possibly could this man give me? I'm glad that he's telling people about Zen crypto, right? So I'm glad like this is like what I'm happy about. It's like I'm happy Zen is gonna be the positive coin out of all these shit coins. But it sucks that like it's always gonna be FUD fighting. Because no one's ever going to treat Zen with the integrity it needs. And that's all good. Because that's part of the pump. There's always going to be a trade that is under your nose. You don't know about it because you're not in the paid group. Right? And there's going to be paid groups that are going to claim, we pump Zen. You know, I'm going to be cool with it. Who knows? Maybe Jack Plebin is a whole group. It's not just one person. It probably is a whole group or something. I don't think it can just be one person because I'm still questioning why there isn't more Jack Plebins. How could there only be one? Right? Like look at it right now. Like there's a sell happening nonstop on Zen. It's like postponing the pump up, this blow up, right? So look at this one. First time it's ever touched the sell. Like let's look into it type vibe. Damn, Rolando, you got a tiny XEN price prediction. 10 cents? Shit. It's going to be more than that, bro. XEN's probably going to be like $5. I think the concept of getting XEN in the sense is because you mined a bunch of Zen and you burned it. But the dumbest thing you could ever do is mine a bunch of Zen, get a bunch of XEN, and then rush to X1 chain to sell it. Like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. Like, do you know how many people are waiting on the other side for that? Like, because they didn't do none of the work. Like, they didn't mine no Zen. They didn't do shit. They are literally waiting to buy your bag. And you're just going to run over there, sell it. They're going to happily buy it. But that's why, again, I don't think we're going to be 10 cents. I honestly believe XEN, it's already going to be valued higher than people think. I think it's easy for it to get a $3-4 billion market cap. Like there's nothing up here like it. Like let's be honest. Like even Polkadot is like a fuck you. What the fuck is this type blockchain? Like Tron, man, that's literally Justin Sun's portfolio on the top coins list. Like, this is insane. Like, give me that Cardano fucking market cap. What they got over there? 16 billion. Throw that in X1 chain. Like, get the fuck out of that. Shiba Inu. We don't even know why people still holding this. Throw this shit already. Throw it away. What are you doing? Same with like ETH Classic. Give us the 3 billion. You don't need it. You don't need it. You don't need it. There's just so many. Yeah, there's so many chains that need to just throw it away. Like, and I'm not even hating. Like, I'm just saying that technically there's nothing going on. So why are the people still there doing nothing? Maybe you traded a little bit, but when you hear about what X1 is creating, you're going to be using X1 dApps without even knowing it. That's where I think we're going to be moving to. The transaction speeds on X1 chain will be so high that theoretically I could do an off-chain, on-chain experience without you even fucking knowing it. Like, you think you're on a blockchain, but you're not. Like, you know, like, it's so fast. I could do something that you don't think that you think is happening that's not happening. The same thing we're happening right now. Like, we think our stuff is on Google, but it's like somewhere in the middle of nowhere. So you never really know where your data is. You just know your data exists. So the same will be for transactions. You don't know where your transaction is hitting. You just know your transaction exists. The developers will choose X1 chain because it provides that mysterious transaction speeds. The only reason people like Solana, because they can build behind it and do ski mask fucking vibes, right? And the chain wins, right? And that's why, again, we need X1 chain. The users need to win if bad actors want to show up and be bad. Like, if they're going to spank the chain, users should get paid too. It shouldn't just be, you know, Solana. I don't really know what the fuck I'm trying to say, because now we're 2 years into it. If you haven't been doing the work, you're probably like gonna have to buy it anyways. So you're stuck now in that theory. Like, unfortunately, you're buying this shit. But for me, like, my sole principles, the whole reason I've been running this race is because I do not want to buy a fucking cryptocurrency from a VC funded back blockchain. And Zen was one of the very first coins I ever seen released with this style. No ICO, no VC funds, no extra pre-allocated coins. Everything is based on time, date, and future. I don't know. Shit. So all of that together makes me feel like X1 chain is really here for the people, whereas everything else is just branded to make you think that, to give you a narrative, so they can make something in the background so that you don't even know what the fuck you're on top of, which is fine because you don't even know where your data is. But somebody needs to talk about it, damn it. And it's fucking Zen. But yeah, let's see what's up with this dude. The most important part is the community owns it. What's up, Effortless Eric Animations? Yep, that's the best part, man. The community owns all of it. So, in my opinion, I hope people don't go and just like release their bag of XN coins, but at the same time, I won't be surprised to see it happen. Like, at the same time, it's like, oh, of course that happened. Like, that's the way it's supposed to happen. You're supposed to panic. Panic. Hold on real quick. I gotta see what the fuck. Who beeping me? Who beeping me? Who beeping me? Let's see here. Where we get the beeps from? No beep. Who beeping me? Actually, nobody be beeping me at all, man. I get like 0 emails that like need my attention. So stupid. It's so dumb. Let's look at this account. Hey, man, you're getting excited. It's just clicking in your mind. Billion X. It's just clicking. It's the shit's already written on the walls. There's nothing here. When Jack had said that, I never really paid attention to it either. But what Jack said that made me pay attention to this shit was he said, there's not one layer 1 under $1 billion. And then I was like, what? Hold on, let me go check. And then and I checked, and I was like, yo, well, now there is, because everyone's starting to consolidate. So now we're starting to get some underbillies here because, yeah, people should, like I was saying, people should consolidate out of dead chains into an alive chain while you have a chance, before everyone follows and exits. But when at the height of a bull market, every chain has $1 billion. The most successful chains that actually have things going for them are history, right? Fetch AI, Monero, Data Network, the history chains, Optimism, The Graph, Caspa, LOLs. Those all have an amazing amount of market cap. Damn, what is this? XT.com. That's new. Wait, what is that? Oh, look at that. There's also, this is kind of new too. This Rizzo Restake. That's like a staking platform probably for Ethereum. Render. Near. Yeah, I mean, once you get up here, it gets kind of nuts. Once you get to the top 10, 18 bill, 21, 28, 29. And again, if you follow the channel, you know that this is all facade. Like, the market cap doesn't count. That's just for the squares that need principal to put their money into shit. I mean, obviously, smart money gets in when there's no market cap, when there's no anything. But when smart money enters, it usually comes right before the market cap goes crazy. So people look for smaller market caps. But again, this is a dead in the water theory, because from number 1 to number 2, the stretch of market cap is just so ridiculous that why would you even think about buying anything that's not Bitcoin, right? I mean, getting into ETH is already joining a cult. Like, like you get into Ethereum, you're like, oh, okay, what NFT do I want? And then BNB is even worse. Like, if you're an American in BNB, you like hate America. Like, the best way to hate America and live in America is to have a giant portfolio of Binance coin. Like, I mean, unless you're like, yo, CZ is my G. Even then, man, that's national security level. You better move the fuck out of here. Straight up. Solana, another cult. Solana, the cult. So the coin on looks like this is a coin. This coin does not have a website. What the heck? What is this? Oh, it's a centralized exchange, but I see that it's on MetaMask. They have 1 billion coins. Here you go. It's a look into a future for the $2 XEN. Is at 2.9 billion. There you go. 2.9 billion if you want your $2, $10, blah, blah, blah. But I think XEN is going to burn faster than people think. Remember, XEN is a deflationary coin, so it's going to burn on every transaction. So that the game plan, hopefully, is to actually make it deflationary so that it goes backwards instead of forwards, like most blockchains, right? You want actually people using the chain so much that XEN is burning, making it more valuable, making it more secure. So right now, since testnet's been open, we've burned 42,000 XEN just from fucking around on testnet. And this is before AlphaNet, when we're packing thousands of transactions into one block in a second. So who knows what's going to happen here? That's why I think, again, the infrastructure concept in X1 might be the biggest fruit hanging from this tree. Because if you can comprehend and digest it and start building your node, your miner, your network, you know, you could potentially be the first person hip to the next era of crypto mining, right? Who's to say that this isn't it? Like, who's to say that managing your Zen ecosystem, whether it's mining Zen, farming XNM, or mining XNM and then farming XN, like, who's to say that that isn't an everyday thing you have to do to keep up with being a number one supporter in the network, you know? So I'm keeping my attention there. I'm seeing what's happening there. What is this? I want to check this out. The Renzo protocol. Easy ETH restaking. Easy ETH. Easy ETH. It's almost like Easy E, but like Easy ETH. That's kind of cool. Haha, look at that. Argon Layer Liquid Restaking Hub. We know about this one. Remember, XETH is going to be the same thing where you'll be able to pair your ETH with Zen, and it'll be on the Argon layer or the Argon layer, and you mine XN block rewards. So again, it's another billboard that's on the way, right? We have Lido that's up here doing this ST, and then this one is brand new to me. I haven't seen this up here. So this one just made the move up here. And the reason why is because people are staking their ETH here, and it's increasing the market cap of what they have in their pool. So it's like showing like how much ETH they got in their pool and how it's helping the market cap. And that's why, again, it's kind of weird. It's like, yo, Ethereum, they're banking on that. Like, they're banking on that fractionalized staking. Like, they're banking on these communities bringing more buyers into Ethereum to turn their ETH into their, you know, staked ETH to secure the network. Like, Vitalik, it does not, like, low key, it's like Vitalik has no rule in that shit anymore. It's these staking projects. I mean, I already knew that's what this was, but that's why I wanted to just share it right now, because I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely the same thing we got going on in Zen. So it's just more proof that there's going to be more billboard space on the way. CBDXN has 132 market cap. I'll take my challenges. It's like dumping your ETH off the jump. 1 billion XN capped, 500 million scheduled burn. Frick. Scoop scoop that XN. The only way to scoop XN is to get into Zen right now or to mine XENblocks. That's your only two options. Oh, we mining over here too. I forgot about that. 44 minutes ago, I got 2 regular blocks. Awesome. 2 blocks. Yeah, there's a lot of hash power happening. Let's fucking go. Got the Zunies. Finding the Zunies. Let's fucking go. But yeah, XENblocks. And that's what I'm saying. Yo, XENblocks this is going to be built in mining. Like, however much money it takes a day to make a XENblock is going to be built in. So like $100 million, not even fading that. I'm like, yo, that's going to be too easy. Because at these low difficulties, it's already hard to get to the top. Like, if you think you're just going to walk into XENblocks and snipe your way to the top 100, you're tripping. Like, it's going to cost so much money, man. It's going to cost so much money and time. Like, the only way to speed up time is to speed up hash power. And that's to grab as many GPUs as you want. So, like, brute forcing yourself to the top of this leaderboard is the most expensive thing in crypto right now. Like, for sure, most expensive. Like, there ain't no way. I'm almost there, bro. Number fucking 106. I'm so close to the top 100. I just need a couple more days. I'm averaging like 300 blocks a day, and I need 2,000. Yeah, I need 2,000 more blocks. And I can get up there. So it's going to take me a second. It's going to take me like 5 days. I'm ready though, man. I'm strapped in. I'm strapped in. I need to get to this top 100. We'll see from there. But I might need to get some clearance. Like, let's see what number 80 is looking like. Are they mining or have they stopped? Let's look at number 80. Burn records and XNM is my portal. Did someone say hash? Bruh, what do you think about the t-shirt I made? I tagged you in on X. Did you tag me right now on it? Did you ever find anyone to give you 100,000 XNM? I did not. Nobody wanted to do it. Everyone is capping, bro. They're all capping. They're all stacking. Everyone in Asia won't sell it to you unless you give them so much money. I'm like, you guys are tripping, man. They over here asking me to pay 30 cents in XNM. Y'all are tripping. I'll pay 1 penny per XNM. If not, I'll make it myself because I know no one's making it. Yeah, so you see here, number 79. The last time this person mined any XNM was on February 20th. So this has kind of like been my thesis on a lot of these accounts. Everybody at the top of XNM right now, they all did CPU mining, or they did aggressive GPU in the very beginning when it was like 25,000 difficulty, 30,000 difficulty, 50,000 difficulty. So those people are being washed out now with users that keep minting. Oh, actually, never mind. Well, you see here, yeah, this one doesn't show the November one. Let's see if I can see it here. Yeah, this one doesn't show November, but in November it was much lower, where they get most of their coins. Much lower. And I think that's why a lot of opportunity is in XENblocks right now, because so many people at the top have stopped, and there's only so many people that are still mining, you know, that are trying to, you know, find their footing in this experience. So yeah, there's so much opportunity here. Let's look at number 60. You just tagged me in it now. Let's check it out. Let's see what Michael's cooking. Can I show it on here? As I share it to my screen right now. Let me cancel. You want me to show the crew? Let me know, bro. I don't want to put you on blast. I see it's on IG. Oh, I see it here. We'll go like this. Just Zen it. With the Nike sign and the X through the Nike sign. Just Zen it. I think that's cool, bro. Don't get hit with a copyright infringement, though. You know, Nike be going after motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Nah, it looks tight, though. I vibe with it. Okay, it's cool. All right. Oh, damn. This is what Mikey's cooking up. Go follow him on IG. I am legend. I'll give you a follow from my account. So he's cooking up these. Just Zen it. Which everyone should do. Everyone should just Zen that shit right now. Just Zen their harder than pause than it's ever been. Just like the homie said, just send it. Yeah, I'll repost it on my on the X too. But yeah, I mean, like, that's the kind of stuff that's gotta come next, bro. Like, the next thing up is Zen merchandise. You know, like I religiously am in some Zen shit, and it's just because, yeah, the whole community speaks to my principles of life. Like, I feel embodied rocking the X. Like, the X means something to me. I was laughing with my lady earlier because I was like, yo, Elon's really going to come out with XPay and introduce crypto, and no one's going to know that XPay is going to be for Zen. Like, no one knows this right now. Like, but I do. Like, I know once Zen is on any payment platform, there's no way it doesn't blow up. Like, it is so rooted in culture that it's unbelievable. Like, people are going to not be able to believe it, that you can make your own coins, right? We're moving already in that future. It's kind of crazy to even think that, like, actual coiners, people with coins, have lost faith in ownership. Like, people with actual crypto has lost faith because they've shitted on Zen, and all it promotes is self-custody. Like, for someone who has no self-custody, Zen is a breath of fresh air. It's like, wow, I thought I was going to have to buy from those fucking bozos at BlackRock this whole time. But now you mean to tell me if I have 500 days, I can make some of my own cryptocurrency? I can make 29 million of my own cryptocurrency, right? I mean, granted, that's going down over time, right? I mean, it's going to be 2026. You're only going to make 5 million. Then it'll be 2027. You only make 1 million. Then it'll be 2028. You only make 100,000. And then throughout all 29 until 2010, or 2030, excuse me, you'll be making slowly, 10,000, 1,000, 100, and then 10 forever. So, and we're seeing that on OP Zen. That's why too. I can't believe people are selling their OPs in. Like, you got to be mentally ill at this point. Like, either you hate Zen or you're trying to push a trade in, which is fine, you know. And that's why it's like, wow, like, I can't believe people really think they're gonna get a trade in. I mean, if they believe it, like, the only way I see a trade getting made here is if someone is willing to oversell their bag, and I just can't see them doing it. But maybe they'll do it. Maybe someone is hinting here at these wicks that they want to sell their bag because they want to get out. Like, they just like, I got to get up out of here, you know. But I just don't see it happening. You know, same on Zen. I'm like, I just don't see a giant whale coming and saying, I'm getting out of this thing that's going to have people showing up to own it when you can't own crypto no more. Like, tell me another way to own crypto right now. How do you make crypto? If someone asks you, how do I make some crypto? What are you going to tell them? How do you make it? Your favorite chain. Leave it in the chat right now. Leave it in the comments. How do you make your favorite chain's crypto without buying it? Please tell me. What's your honest take on NXD? I think NXD is good for Zen, DB Zen. That's like my honest take. I mean, there's an honester take of it, but my honest take is that it's gonna be good for DB Zen. Like, it's not here to be feared. It is here to be questioned. So you could take that with a grain of salt. Because again, I like my DXN coins. I like those coins. I don't want to get rid of them just yet. I get rid of this chart though, man. This chart sucks. Get this shit out of my face. All right, we gotta get a new one. That one was broken. Fix the chart. It didn't even fix itself. How do I fix this? So I move this up here and this down here. Like, what the fuck? Crazy. How did I even do this? This is my moving averages. I gotta spend some time with this so I can rearrange the website. Whatever. But yeah, so what I'm at with the NXD is this is what you should be trying to do. If you're into what they want you to do, which is take your DXN and turn it into NXD, like, yeah, like if you're pro DXN, it's actually good for you. But if you're someone who's trying to go long on DXN coins, I would recommend keeping them staked. Like, I would not recommend messing up your groove. I think what DXN has going for it is already enough. Like, I don't think it needs more extra shit. Like, I get it though. Like, I get like why somebody would want to have a token that pushes the price of the floor up, you know, but I just don't really understand how that helps me as a staker. Like, I want to see DXN's price go up and find stability. That's when I'll find hope in it. So if NXD brings price stability to DXN, then I'll buy it. That's my thing. Like, I'll buy that shit. Like, I see it's actually helping my stake DXN, because this is the thing in DXN. It's gonna be its most successful when you can burn Zen and make money. But right now, it's not like that, and that is the problem with DXN. DXN wonders why a lot of Zenians are not burning recklessly, and I see it in their chat because they talk about it, about how we're not reliable, we're bored. Zenians are bored, you know. Like, the only people burning are those that are trying to get extra coins for the NXD airdrop. And I don't think you should knock your users for being curious, because now you see it on the burn. More Zenians would show up and burn if there was a higher DXN price, and that's all that's missing. It doesn't need like a liquidity coin. It just needs DXN to go back to like $10 levels and be stable. I think DXN can do that with just community holding, but there's a community in DXN that wants to sell every lobby, and that's fine. But that's why, like, I think it's harder, or it's taking longer for it to get to where I wish I could see it. We also have Q coming out for DXN, which I hope that helps with. It includes DXN, and it should help DXN, and it's coming from Roz, not from a subgroup. So I think the Q might be more of the answer than the NXD, and the NXD could be more of a bonus, where if it really works, that token should be expensive, right? And the only thing that you should feel bad for is that you didn't turn your stake DXN into NXD. And again, if you want NXD, the best way to get it is to burn Zen for DB Zen. Enter the lobby and get it from there, so you're at least getting some ETH back while you're getting it. I mean, you can buy it from the DEX, but that's the problem right now, right? Like, the price won't stop falling, right? You're like, oh my God, is the price gonna fall? Like, and that's kind of my assumption, is that I wouldn't be surprised to see a rug this Sunday on DXN. Like, I just wouldn't be surprised. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see it fail or something, and then everyone be like, oh, there wasn't enough, people behind it. And for that reason is why I'm not putting all my eggs in that basket, and I'm okay with just holding my Zen or my DB Zen, so I don't feel that emotion. That's a choice. Like, it's a choice to feel that. You could just stake your DXN, keep mining, and wait another year for the halvening. Like, the halvening is going to give us higher prices. So we ain't got to really wait on all the other projects. You just got to keep accumulating and wait till next March when it gets cut in half again, and it's even harder to get DXN. So that's kind of like my honest take on it. Honestly, it's like, I think it's good for DXN, but it will be more successful if it brings their community together. And if it does not, I expect it to impact the fuck out of the price. Like, I expect for someone to use that moment as a reason to rage quit, and I don't want my speculation based on that person's emotions. So good luck. $5 XEN. I would be good with 50 cents. We'll give Aaron a wrench. You're here too. You've been here, bro, the whole time. Michael's been here too the whole time. We'll give Michael a wrench. Did any of my YouTube videos make the Zen? Why is Zen rising? I don't know. Maybe you did. Maybe you said something in German that made all the German homies like get turned up. They were like, "Oh my God, Deutschland, that makes sense. I must jump in now." I think that's how it works, right? It makes sense. It clicks and you jump in. But yeah, that's pretty much it, bro. There ain't nothing happening. Zen is going up because it needs to. The only thing I can think of right now is, let's see if Jack said anything recently that I need to know about. Let's see. Where's the x.com at? Where's the x.com? I see some people are mining away right now. My credits are going up. Big ups to everyone using the Docker. I need to put this, maybe this isn't in the description, but the Woody one is pretty amazing as well, man. The Woody one is the easiest one. There's some tweaks going on right now, and that's why I haven't updated my video on this mining. What we got going on here? U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren writes a letter to the DOJ claiming cryptocurrencies is a payment of choice for child sexual abuse. Oh my gosh, man. Bro, it's literally just trapped electricity. Can we not like act like this? Like, humans be so emotional. Like, Elizabeth, you're in a gang. You need to get up out of that, honey girl. Like, you are in a gang. They are going to kill you if you do not get out of that gang as soon as possible. Like, look what they got you saying in the public, bro. Like, you know how dumb you look saying payment of choice? The fuck? People still use dollars to do it. The denomination of the payment of choice. Like, this is fucked. We're all fucked. It's not like they go, hey, I'm going to do it for 0.1 BTC. Like, that's not what motherfuckers say. I'm in crypto. I don't do this shit. Don't hold me to what you're saying crypto is for. But in crypto itself, I don't know too many people that speak in cryptocurrencies. They speak in dollars. This shit's ass. I hate it. How about that? How about we talk about that? Why does everybody talk about cryptos in dollars when it's a world currency? I'm going done with it. All right, cool. Nothing from Jack. No critical updates. Let's see if there's anything in this validators group. Oh, here we go. Zinsu said something. So will mining on Sol be the same as mining on XENblocks using virtual GPUs? And then Zinsu goes, no, with XENblocks you hash with your GPU. Here the Solana validator runs the hash. The Solana validator runs the hashing algorithm. Since you will pay him to do it, we will make a UI to do this from your phone, but you won't be able to set priority fees, so you will have a better chance to run command line and generate the transaction with a set priority fee for the validator to execute the program with the 420 miner. If the validator finds the 420 hash, you get Sol Zen. If not, try again and try again and try again. Oh, okay, so this is a slot machine. Holy shit. Yeah, this is a 420 slot machine. Because what happens is, from what I'm registering, right, I kept saying it's going to be on top of a node, right? So you'll be paying the node essentially to mine or to hash the algorithm. And it's going to be up to the node operators. Like if all of a sudden people are showing up and they're saying, hey, nah, I want this Sol token. I like the way that it's being distributed. Like I'll pay you 2 Sol to help me hash this. Like, why would you turn that down? You feel me? Like if someone comes and says, yo, we can turn this like I spent 2 Sol on 1 Sol Zen, you know, or however much Sol it takes. Like we don't know how much Sol it will take for you to hash. And that's what the price would be. However much it takes to get 1. But that's pretty awesome. Masking and gaming, cell phone validators. This fool. You want X1 to launch or to launch. What are they talking about? Good. Then let's get some more eyes on us instead of this circle jerk of hashtag. All right, that was a good one. Yeah, that's a fact. All right, let me get on. That's a good note to leave on. Good. You guys want X1 to launch? Well, we got to stop the circle jerk and go and tell everybody what time it is, which is Zen time. And this weekend, if you want, you know, Zen time is in the price of ETH Zen and all Zens in general. So every day is Zen time. Every time of the time is Zen time. Really just depends on what's on your mind. And I hope that you have a good rest of your week and we show up on Monday. If I show up on Monday. Maybe not. Probably Tuesday, though. We show up and maybe it's a different quantum realm and everything is at peace. Peace out, man.
Astronauts.